Probate can be a very scary topic for many people, especially if you've been through it before. So probate is a process that's really initiated by an individual whose deceased loved one just passed away and who wants to transfer assets from that person's name to their beneficiaries when they pass away. It involves getting the court to appoint you as personal representative to effectuate that transfer, where you're going to have to notify creditors, pay taxes, and then ultimately distribute those assets to the beneficiaries. And the good news is all of that is very easily avoidable if you take steps during your life to avoid probate. One of the ways that you can do that is by jointly titling assets. Now, you do this with caution, however, because you don't necessarily want to put an asset in another person's name while you're alive, even if they're a joint owner. We see that done a lot with married couples where they jointly title assets, whether that be houses, bank accounts, investment accounts. But the good news with that is when the deceased person passes away, the surviving owner gets to keep the rest of it automatically without having to go through probate. The other way that we see this happening is through beneficiary designations, let's say at the bank or through your administrator for your retirement account, right? So you can actually hop online or make an appointment at the financial institution to add a beneficiary designation. Now, when that person passes away, all the beneficiary has to do is submit a death certificate and they can claim the funds for themselves without having to go through probate. So jointly titled assets, beneficiary designations. Trusts are another great tool to use if you want to be more specific on how those assets transfer when you pass away. So for instance, whether you want to put a home into a trust or a huge Apple stock that you have that has a lot of value and that you want to eventually sell and distribute to beneficiaries, having a trust will help accomplish all that, again, without having to go through probate, so long as your assets are properly titled.